From ITN headquarters, the early evening news with Carol Barnes.
3/4 of Britain's coal industry was wiped out this afternoon in one single announcement. 30,000 jobs, 31 pits axed, and soon.
Grim-faced British coal executives preparing to deliver the worst possible message on the future of the industry, while they spoke of massive job losses and pit closures on an unprecedented scale. Thousands of miners throughout Britain waited to hear their fate.
The initial personal reaction when I was told that we would be closing by the end of March was one of shock, disbelief. Then it turned to anger, because there's been a lot of good work done at this pit, you know, not just by myself, by everybody at the pit.
I regard the whole situation as a very sad, very damaging, very distressing one. But I'm afraid there is absolutely no alternative. It is forced on us by the market. It may be an unfair market, an uneven playing field, but it is forced on us by the market. We have to react to that. We cannot sell our people a false future.
30,000 jobs are to be lost in the next 5 months, and 31 pits will cease production. 5 pits exist tonight in the northeast, 4 to go, leaving just 1. The number of pits in Yorkshire will be almost halved by the closure of 11 collieries. The same applies to the Nottingham group, 13 now, but 7 are to go. There are 8 pits in the Midlands and the northwest, 6 of them will be axed. Wales has 4 and 3 are going, leaving just 1.
At the time of the announcement, we was all working underground at the time, and it came across from the tunnel system from the surface, and they announced that Calverton was one of the pits. Well, that announcement took everybody by shock, because we just didn't think that we was going to be one of those on the list.
Everybody was that shocked that for a quarter of an hour, 20 minutes, the chain was standing, and everybody just stood around, didn't know what to do.
This pit looked very profitable. Well, it is very profitable, and that's why we was on a high. We thought we had a future.
I think we was on a high as well because we was hitting record productivity, we was making good money, and all of a sudden, it shut in.
Well, the day previous, with this team, and it was this team,
yeah,
we'd gone out and had a photograph taken for the Nottingham Evening Post, saying record tonnage, and you know this is the district that did it. So it was full of ourselves, and we just a bombshell, just dropped on us like that. It was unbelievable.
We've made £7 million profit to date. We're hoping to make £10 million this year. Last year we made 2.5 million tonnes, £2.5 million profit. We're becoming more and more successful, and the coal that we produce, we don't produce for the electrical supply industry, we produce for the home market, industrial users and such like. We sell our coal, we don't stockpile it, and we feel that we want to know why we're being shut down. It's beyond belief. You know, if you got a factory that produced a profit and that produced a commodity that you could sell, you know, I can't understand why. It's the politics of the madhouse.
The toughest decision I've ever had to take. But don't let me give you any sense of complacency in what I say today. This is a dreadful thing to have to do, but it's the right thing.
What has squeezed British coal so hard is not just cheap imported coal, nor the availability of heavily subsidised nuclear power, but the dash for gas.
It was definitely the hardest thing I've ever had to do as a colliery manager was to come back to this pit and tell the people at the pit that they hadn't got a job. Because they're all saying, we're no different. I'm no different to that man on the coal face. Neither is any of the management team or the officials. If the pit goes, we go with it.
We now stare in the face the fact that come next April, there is no contract or likely contract for 25 million tonnes of coal a year. What am I supposed to do about that?
What Michael Heseltine should do today is to intervene, to tell the electricity generators to drop their plans to burn gas instead of coal. That's why we are now about to vandalise one of Britain's rich national assets, our coal reserves.
Got a dirty great big hole.
That's where the roof's coming.
Yes, what is it?
The roof's dropped in about 7 metres.
Got to pump it and that, you know, it's very dangerous, it's all dropping. We've got to
Put a false ceiling on it.
put a false ceiling on. Then we've got to put a pump up and pump it from the tailgate and fill it all in like.
Pump it full of foam.
Foam.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with it drive like,
Yeah.
like a chocolate hero bar.
Yeah.
All like bubbles in it, and it cushions the roof.
Yeah.
No coaling today. We'll be on it all weekend.
There's endless and deep sympathy for the miners. That's why we've produced such a significant package of redundancy.
On the basis of the figures I've been given, they're the economics of the madhouse, because it is more expensive to put these families out of work than to keep them in work with a very modest subsidy of £15 per tonne of coal produced.